Hey everyone, today I want to go over my thoughts on Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. This game is a third-person stealth PvPvE game where you have to steal a key, open up a vault, and extract the treasure while going against another team of 4 players. There's quite a few pros and cons to this game that I've experienced, so let's get right into the review. And a quick side note, this review is for PC. The graphics of this game are great. The game is a multiplayer only experience, so you won't be able to enjoy the atmosphere too much, but it still delivers. There are 5 maps and they all take place in a castle-like setting. One problem is I wish the maps would have a variety of weather and would vary in time of day. The map Coastal is always going to be rainy and at night, so it'd be nice if it switched it up and give some variety with only having 5 maps. But other than that, the graphics are one of the positives this game has. The audio in this game is good. The chains on the flail to the sounds of nature, there's really not a lot to say. The audio isn't going to blow you away, and it's not terrible either. And same goes with the music. It's not gonna blow you away, and it's not bad. All of it is just good.
I'll take a look.
Now, onto the gameplay. The gameplay actually has some challenge to it. It heavily relies on being stealthy. If you get caught by the guards, they'll chase you down and you'll also be spotted on the map for the other team. If you keep getting caught by more guards, eventually you're gonna get hit, which there is no heals in the game. The only way to heal is from Took's ability, which takes a while to recharge. Getting the key is fairly simple, but extracting the treasure can be troublesome. The carrier is very slow and extractions can be at various distances. Once you reach the extract point, you need to winch the treasure while the other team tries to take over and extract it themselves. Not only do you need to take control of the treasure and the extract point, but the respawn points as well. Having control of the respawn points means the enemy will spawn farther away, which will let you extract faster, and if you die, it will let you get back to the fight a lot faster. All the characters have useful abilities and they all provide something useful to the team. Pretty much the core gameplay is very fun. You really have to work together and play very stealthily while trying to take control of multiple objectives, but the combat system provides a few flaws to this. The combat is okay. There are 2 types of combat, ranged and melee. Melee characters have a light attack and a heavy attack. They can block both ranged and melee attacks, but they heavily rely on stamina. Swinging your weapon or blocking consumes stamina, and once you run out of stamina, you cannot run, and you will be stunned if you try to block. Ranged characters do a ton of damage, but the arrows can be blocked. They have a dash instead of a block, so they can easily die if they're caught out. One massive problem is the assassination feature. You can assassinate NPCs and players if you are behind the enemy and crouched. Even while you are in combat, you can be assassinated from behind by an enemy. This makes it impossible to 1v2 or 1v3 people because the enemy can come from behind you while you're fighting someone else and instantly kill you even while in combat. It takes out the skill of conserving stamina and trying to perfectly block or dodge any damage. You can kill an enemy while they are assassinating your teammate to save them, but it's very unlikely as you have to worry about other players. Another problem is that the combat is quite clunky for melee. It can be very hard to hit enemies at a distance or close range if you are not targeting someone. You can easily miss a heavy attack with John or Took if you aren't using the target feature. And if you do use the target feature, you are more prone to being assassinated from behind while in combat. It would also be nice to see some sort of guard break feature being added, because I could see at some point people might just sit there and hold block down to try to get an easy parry on you, because when you hit a parry you can stun somebody, but that's not an issue right now. Now onto the longevity of this game. The great part about this game is that it's cross-platform. You don't have to worry about the PC player base being low and not being able to find games, because you can play with console players. There's somewhat of a grind to leveling up your characters. I have about 10 or so hours in the game and I'm almost level 10, which unlocks the last perk for the character. You need to be a certain character level or player level to unlock certain cosmetics. There really isn't a ton of content, so hopefully this game gets more content over the months of its release. Overall, I think the game is average. Is it worth buying at launch? I would recommend to probably hold off on it, unless you want a new game to play with friends. I feel the combat needs some work and some other stuff that's super clunky. But other than that, I've been enjoying the game and I hope they fix and add a lot more stuff to it. Hopefully, this has been helpful to all of you, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.